Most people remember American Beauty as a suburban drama, a midlife crisis, a dysfunctional family, a plastic bag in the wind. But if that's all you see, you're missing what makes American Beauty one of the most carefully constructed films ever made. Because this isn't just a story about one man, it's a story about illusion. Today, I want to break down 5 secrets hidden inside American Beauty, secrets that reveal how the film creates meaning not just through dialogue, but through structure, symbolism, and visual design. If you're new here, my name is Miguel Parga. I'm the best-selling author of What They Didn't Teach You in Film School and Make Your Own Movies. And for the last 18 years, I've been teaching filmmakers how to tell stories that actually matter. And the longer I teach, the more I realize something. Great films don't just tell stories, they communicate ideas beneath the surface. Today, let's take a closer look at American Beauty. Right at the beginning of the film, Lester Burnham tells us something shocking.
My name is Lester Burnham. This is my neighborhood. This is my street. This is my life. I'm 42 years old. In less than a year, I'll be dead.
In less than a year, I'll be dead. That's not a twist. That's the premise. And that decision changes everything. Because the question is no longer what's going to happen. The question becomes, why does it happen? And more importantly, what does it all mean? By revealing the ending, screenwriter Alan Ball shifts audiences' attention away from plot and towards theme. We're watching a man understand his life before it ends. The lesson here is simple. Sometimes the most powerful storytelling choice is to remove the mystery of what happens and focus on the why. One of the reasons American Beauty feels so real is because every character is trapped inside a version of themselves that isn't true. Lester plays the role of the defeated suburban father. Carolyn performs success and control. Jane hides behind insecurity. Colonel Fitz hides behind rigid discipline and repression. And Ricky, well, Ricky's the only character who actually sees things clearly. That's not accidental. The film is structured around false identities. Each character is trying to maintain an image, and that image is slowly breaking down. What makes the story powerful is not just that these characters change, but that they are forced to confront who they really are. That's the second lesson. Emotion doesn't come from events, it comes from characters confronting the truth about themselves. This is one of the most important and most overlooked secrets in American Beauty. The film is built on a complex set of image systems. An image system is a repeating visual motif that the filmmaker doesn't call attention to directly, but it affects you subconsciously. In American Beauty, there are 3 major image systems. The first is called the frame within a frame. Characters are constantly seen through windows, doorways, mirrors, visually trapped, boxed in. It reflects their emotional state. They're confined by the lives they've created. The second is the color red. Red roses, red petals, the red car Lester buys. Red represents desire, fantasy, danger. It's the color of everything Lester thinks he wants, but also the illusion he's chasing. And the third is rain. Rain appears at key emotional moments in the film. It signals transition, release, a breaking point. These images aren't explained, they're felt. Great filmmakers don't just tell stories, they build visual languages. On the surface, American Beauty is about a man going through a midlife crisis. But underneath that, it's about how we see the world and how that perception shapes our reality. Ricky sees beauty in a plastic bag, something most people would ignore. Lester begins to see his life differently, not as a trap, but as something he can change. And by the end of the film, even in death, Lester reflects on the beauty of ordinary moments. What Alan Ball is exploring is this idea: beauty isn't something you find, it's something that's always been there. The tragedy of the film is that most characters spend their lives chasing appearances instead of experiencing reality. And that's what makes the story resonate, because it's not just about them, it's really about us. The ending of American Beauty is quiet, reflective, almost peaceful. Lester dies, but instead of fear or anger, we hear gratitude. He talks about the small moments of his life, the things he never fully appreciated until it was too late. And suddenly, the entire film shifts. What looked like a story about rebellion becomes a story about awareness. Lester doesn't win in a traditional sense, but he understands something profound. Life is made up of moments we often overlook. And that realization is what gives the film its emotional weight. It's not the death that moves us, it's the clarity that comes before it. When you step back and look at American Beauty, you realize something remarkable. This is a film that works on multiple levels at once: character, theme, symbolism, visual design, all working together. But the real reason it stays with us is simple. It asks a question most films avoid: are we actually living our lives or just performing them? I actually created a free guide. It's called Why Your Story Isn't Working: 5 Mistakes That Make Audiences Tune Out. Inside the guide, I walk through the 5 biggest storytelling mistakes, why they happen, and how to fix them. You can download it for free in the link below. If this breakdown resonated with you, like and subscribe for more deep dives into filmmaking that actually matters. And remember, don't just direct your movies, direct your life.